Greetings, and thank you all for attending our weekly informational press conference. My name is Captain Fred Chambers, and I'm with the Washington Fire Department, and I have been assigned as the Fire and Emergency Services Administrator for the city. Before we get started, I ask that all questions be held until the end of my presentation for the press conference. That way we don't spend a whole lot of time over and above what we need to use. As we get started, I'd like you guys to pay attention to some of the documents that I've handed out to you. Those documents are pre-incident plan documents. These documents help us to prepare for any emergency that may occur within the city, especially to those areas that are of high number of occupants, such as nursing facilities, hospitals, event venues, industrial plants, and things of that nature. It helps us to be better prepared to respond and provide the greatest amount of service to those that are in need. Now, I must also mention that our surrounding areas who have fire departments in place, they join in with the trainings that we conduct in our preparation of completing these pre-incident documents. Now, each area or each organization within our area that works with us as mutual aid partners, they're familiar with the pre-incident plans because they do practice with us, and they are familiar with all of the particulars on leadership in these types of incidents. Now, all of the organization, including Washington Fire Department, participate in the use of the National Incident Management System, Incident Command, so that when we do respond to emergencies, large scale or otherwise, that everyone that's involved, the Washington Fire Department and outlying agencies, they work together, or we work together in a unified command. So we don't have a lot of chiefs running on their own agenda to accomplish the same outcome. So depending on where we respond or who has the control over the jurisdiction, they will take over command, and everyone else around us, including all ranks within those departments, they operate under us, and we do the same who respond to their jurisdictions. Now, all of our firefighters in the Washington Fire Department and other departments around our state are mandated by law, in order to become a certified firefighter, is to complete all of their training, including hazardous materials awareness. Now, the operations portion of this course is not a mandatory part of the training, but in the Washington Fire Department, we make sure that continuing education processes includes the operations part. A matter of fact, the members of our fire department, all firefighters, are currently undergoing the operations part of the hazardous materials program. Now, what that does is it not only gives us the ability to be aware of the different possibilities of hazardous materials that are threatening our area, but also gives us the knowledge and the skills on how to best handle these situations. Now, all of us should be aware of a most recent incident of a train derailment in our area that resulted in the spill of sodium hydroxide. Now, sodium hydroxide can be hazardous to human beings, wildlife, and things of that nature. Now, when this derailment occurred, it occurred during a period of inclement weather to where we were having torrential rainfalls. And where this derailment occurred was close to one of our nursing facilities. So, needless to say, the occupants and the personnel in that facility were threatened by the spill and runoff of this sodium hydroxide. So, Washington Fire Department firefighters responded to the incident, and we initiated the mutual aid response so our outside agencies could come in and assist us in protecting the environment, the personnel of the nursing facility, as well as the occupants. Now, some of the occupants in the nursing facility were ambulatory or mobile, and they were able to be transported out of the facility to neighboring facilities for their well-being. Unfortunately, some of the residents are bedridden and could not be moved as quickly as we would like. So, the nursing facility personnel, who also are included in our pre-incident planning, activated their pre-incident planning activities. While the firefighters of the Washington Fire Department were working diligently to create an elaborate diking system to redirect the runoff from the spill and the torrential rains away from that nursing facility. Unfortunately, the runoff made its way to the river that runs through our city. And as a result of that, quite a bit of the wildlife, fish, and other marine life succumbed to the effects of the runoff. Unfortunately, we could not save all the wildlife, but we were able to make sure that any human beings that were in the way of this hazard were protected and are evacuated as need be. Now, the training that we attend to deal with hazardous materials incidents are legislated throughout or by the state and by the federal government. And all of this regulation has to adhere to not only the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, known as OSHA, but also the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA. So we must, when we're operating in the capacity of hazardous materials teams, adhere to all the rules and regulations that are entailed in hazardous materials. Now, the hazardous material that was spilled, of course, again, is a hazard or can be a hazard to human beings as well as wildlife. Now, because of our firefighters' gear, our turnout gear, we were notified that the turnout gear was able to protect us in this type of spill and this type of hazard. So, our firefighters were never in danger. They were always protected by the turnout gear. And after the incident, all of this turnout gear was either cleaned by an NFPA, National Fire Protection Agency approved cleaning facility, or decommissioned and not used again. So we make sure that there's no hazard to the firefighters of using this gear again. Now, I must bring to the attention of you, the media, that there are people within the public that have their own agenda, their own way of thinking, and their own way of thinking how the fire department should be run. And as a result of this, they tend to report information inappropriately, or disseminate information to the media that is incorrect. Because of this, I would ask that each of you in the media, if you have questions regarding any incident, large scale, small scale, or indifferent, reach out to our public information office to get information. Therefore, the information will be true, factual, transparent, and we won't have a problem of the public receiving information that is incorrect. Our public information office and the chief of public information has strict rules for our firefighters within the department. No firefighter, unless properly authorized through this chief, should disseminate information. Unfortunately, in the community and even within our fire department, we have individuals that feel that they know more than the people that have an expertise in the area. And unfortunately, they disseminate information inappropriately. My office is always open to you guys. And if you ever have a question, please reach out to me or any member within the organization, and we'll make sure that you get the correct information whenever you reach out to get that information. Now, that's all I have for the press conference, and I will be more than happy to take any questions that you have. But please remember, always reach out to the Public Information Office of the Fire Department to get the most correct and transparent information available. Thank you. Yes, sir.